not from these parts actually. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I'm from North Auckland, up there in Auckland, and I came down to this part of Southland just to check out a river that I'd heard about. I've done a few rivers in my time, the Shot Over and other places around the South Island. And actually earlier on today I experienced the excitement of the Wairaurahiri jet experience. Perfectly honest, it was just wonderful. It was just fantastic. I felt honoured to be on this river. You start off at this beautiful lake and then you just go down this river. One of the highlights was the scenery. The bush down there is just like, sort of like prehistoric, and we were able to stop and have a look round. It was just a wonderful experience. I felt that Johan knew what he was doing, which was good, and he's a man who's got a passion for this area, and he's been a hunter in the area, so he knows the river really, really well. So he was able to tell us the history of it. And then we went to a place called, down the end there, we went out towards the sea, turned around, and we went out to Waitutu Lodge and met a guy down there called Peanut, who was the host. And we had a hot cup of tea, and it was just fantastic. It was just a wonderful experience. So, am I endorsing this year? I certainly am. You know, for those people who haven't experienced the grandeur of the South, I'd certainly put this on your list of things to do. So that's the Wairaurahiri jet experience. Check it out. It is awesome, man.
It is a beautiful 32-kilometre drive from Johan and Joyce's base at Clifton to Lake Hiroko.
We're going to go 10 kilometres across the lake down to the bottom, and the outlet of the lake is the Wairaurahiri River.
From the jetty it takes us 15 minutes across the lake to the head of the Wairaurahiri River. We have a smooth stretch before the fun begins. Johan and Joyce enjoy sharing their knowledge of the area with small botanic walks.
Of all the bark flakes, the one before with the round leaves.
And it wide enough to eat those berries and the
Moss is full of seeds, there's little broadleaf seeds.
Around, you can see the colour on the back of it.
As we go down the river, that creek. You might wonder if you can leave a lot of bugs
between the two layers of the gravel.
with a swinging gate. So once it... You see why they wear crash helmets.
We make a brief stop at an old deer hunter's camp.
It was back in the early 70s.
Alright.
The tripwire. Cool. Not all year round, right through the sea.
Another group of trampers sets off on the walk to Port Craig and Blue Cliffs beyond.
I loved it.
Johan turns around at the mouth and returns a short distance to the Waitutu Lodge. Johan and Joyce are able to provide lunch, although whitebait normally isn't on the menu. The rugged south coast is within earshot of the Waitutu Lodge and is only a short walk away. Southwest helicopters cut down the walking time to the site of the historic Port Craig sawmill. The southern right whales are slowly returning to this area. The Port Craig sawmill and township was demolished in the 1930s after about 10 years of operation. The tramline is now the walking track to the Wairaurahiri River. The 4 large timber viaducts have been restored in recent years. Johan travels the short distance from the Waitutu Lodge up to the swing bridge to pick us up. The Wairaurahiri River is best described